First one with voice. I don't normally use my voice on my streams based on the fact that my bandwidth is garbage. And I'm just trying to show a friend a new how to do some simple with kitchen. That placement. So I'm gonna go to a base on this. So with but trick that I do. When I find an area that I like, I do a quick search around the area to see all the hot spots are. Now, this one right here, the yellow, that's power. Purple means I my thing. Those back of them. This one I have to double check. However, I like tunnels, so I found an area underground, and this whole area actually has a vast underground network that I was thinking about developing. Now, normally the best thing to do is build as because normally when you start using the other forms of power, like solar and whatnot, they take up. They count against unit total, which everyone hates. It slows people down and keeps you from building. The idea behind this base specifically was, initially I was thinking about writing an album using Bytebeat, having an 11-track album using Bytebeat. However, there's a limit. I can do 2 4-tracks or 1 8-track. I cannot do more. I made a landing pad because I figure if I have a party of 4 that wants to come check out my songs that I write, well, they can all land. Make it look like a nice little trick. Not exactly using glitch building, but again, it's placement. It's all about your placement to get that on top, because normally that doesn't go on top. That'll be another video. Right now I'm just looking at doing what I was talking about with Chester a little bit earlier. This is my basic outpost. I put a central piece that has all my basic utilities, so if I need them I can grab them. I was so close to the power, I just put my power beacon here. That way I can keep track of where and whatever. Little thing. Unfortunately, I got a little bit of splin, but that works regardless. My power, more than enough power than I need, and I built up on top of here. So I go up. Now the trick is, you go sideways. When you go sideways, you go right out. Nice big picture window, gives you a hint of what kind of view I've got. Amazing as always. And here we are at the top. We are at the very top. And it is beautiful up here, which is perfect for an album. Mind you, it might rock and roll. Look at that view. That is phenomenal. I like to try and build practically. The whole concept behind this, I'll just give you a quick little tour before I start on my tutorial here, was I built it up so that each song, each one of these little thingies is a song. And it's all mechanical with switches and whatnot. I can connect everything together. I don't have anything programmed in here yet. I wanted to get everything laid out, and that way I can just do a song and then song and song, and I don't have to worry about building. And I'm only thinking about writing the music. I'm not thinking about building the items to write the music, because it's already built. Unfortunately, this is as far as I could get with the limitations on the top area. But I got everything else laid out pretty much. So these control basically where it's on and off. Controls on the side here. Plus, the items that I have here to make the floor active actually go underneath, and I have more switches underneath so I can turn them on and off, and I can program the floor to be showing a unique light show for each song. And the trick is here is that I keep it down to a 4 item light show. So, you know, red would be one, blue would be the other, green would be another, yellow would be another. So this way I could look at this, program this area, and then on the floor, anything that was that color, the specific color would light up, and I would have my show. So, it's no sense doing one. Well, when I have the time, I'll build it up so I can show you a little bit better. But and if it works, it doesn't. Right now, I'm kind of stumped. I'm kind of waiting to see if Sean decides to include anything new with the updates to allow for more Bytebeat tracks, or if we're just going to get stuck with 8. Because an 8 track is cool. I've seen some really awesome songs, but for the most part, 4 tracks are all you need. Drums, bass, rhythm, and leads. And that's pretty much all you need. Normally with my builds, what this thing is a switchboard. However, I put the switchboard down first, and afterwards realized I didn't really need the switchboard because it's all right there. There's no sense getting all those wires short, the better. Everything looks nice. But regardless, we'll come back to that another day. This is not a tour. So what I'm going to do, find a good little area here. Mind you, I am in the pose. Life is stressful as always, but you know, such is life. So, quick little thing. Keep in mind where your items are, where you can find stuff. Most people already know that if you go into here, you get the icons down at the bottom. That way you can warp here if you want. Now, let's take a look at building. We're going to build with concrete. Now, as well, keep in mind with the colors. There are some tricks with the colors. Might do something with Action Pants Gaming there to show. He didn't realize you could glitch colors, and I'm going to show him how to glitch colors, because you can glitch colors. At least, I haven't perfected it yet, but I know it can be done because I have done it, and I will show proof. It's just a matter of placement. It's kind of, if you place something with color and texture, which right now this is only color. This is right here. I'll show you what I mean. All right, so that's color, that's texture. So you got your gold or wood grain, your concrete, which is more of a flat. You've got your rust, which is kind of nifty. I like that on acidic planets. You've got your stone. That's handy. That looks really nice if you do it in the right area. Trying to do some basic blends. Build a bunch of little square areas and color it with each one of these, and take a look at what you've got. You've got 4 different buildings using the same simple structure. It looks pretty neat. I did it a couple of times. It came up pretty cool. So we're not going to worry about that right yet. Oh yeah. Well, basically, you can place, if you place this item as you see here, just as a brief little thing, you can place it with this selected, with wood selected. It comes out as gold. No big deal. You can also have a color selected. Now, in some instances, if I select with color selected, I get a different result than if I select with grain selected, even though the color is in place. I've had this happen to me on a few occasions. That's how I was able to color my, what do you call that? Color my suit, change my appearance, the appearance modification. I can do that, and I was able to turn my appearance modifier black that way. So it's kind of handy. But it's all a matter of fiddling with this and you'll be able to pull it out. Anyway, on where I want to go. Let's get to the purpose why we're here. I want to select concrete. Now what I'm going to do, now, one of the key things that you have to worry about is floor placement and fill-in. When you have fill-in, it will really mess up your base. Like you saw down below with my refiner was all filled in, and what I was trying to show on the side of the mountain, it's when you open it up, it's all filled in. Sometimes you can't get access to those areas of the base, and then you have to go clean it up, and headache, pain in the ass. We thought we had it fixed, because I like to build by not using pieces, by actually using land mass and inventory. I learned the hard way a long time ago that that's not a smart idea. Hours upon hours of work wasted and lost because of fill-in, because it all disappeared. But now, I guess it's in the works to be fixed. I don't know, let's hope. So, let's start with this. You want a little bit off the ground, take a look around where you got so you don't get any kind of collision. Get something here. I'm off the ground just a tad. I'm going to place one more just for good measure. Lock it in. Now that's my. And see this. None of this is glitch building. All this is just placement. It's all the idea of where am I placing what am I placing on. So right now I'm just going to build a framework. Base framework. I'll let you delete this all because I wasn't planning on doing this. Like I said, this was an album. This is not an actual functional base. Well, it could be. I don't want to use up all my piece count for. I want to keep my piece count for making the album. Alright, so here we go. Now, I got a framework. I'm going to get out of the way here. I'm going to go up and switch to my build camera because it's so much easier. Now, let's do this. Okay. So, the whole concept of here is doing a round room with storage containers. So, let's take a look here. As well, being fancy is a good thing. So, with this, I'm going to be slightly fancy by keeping my floors white. Now, I'm going to... Color is everything. And you add a little bit of color, it goes a long way. So, you do something like this, and this, and this. There you go. You do something like... don't want to do that. That's dumb. That. There you go. Now, some of this structure is going to get deleted after it gets built, mainly because we're using it to convince parts to go where they would not normally go. Plus, you want to get alignment. That way, you want things to look nice. You don't want just to be thrown in every which way. You want it to actually have some kind of alignment so that you can go forward and do what you need to do. So let's take a look here. Now, just in case with chat, my setup is garbage, so if by any chance someone's trying to chat with me, I am sorry. I cannot see if you're typing. I do apologize. I am not ignoring you. I'm not ignoring anyone. I'm just doing this on the expectation that no one is watching now and later. So, see how I've got a nice little curve going on in my room? Easy, easy. Awesome, awesome. So here we are. Now we've got a nice little hex room. Pretty cool, huh? Now, these prefab walls, everything. With this, because they're trying to keep everything close, there's two ways to do it. You can put it on the inside of the wall or the outside of the wall. Today, we're going to put it on the inside of the wall, because what we want to do is, again, keeping it simple, is just something like this. So we're going to start here. This is on my L2 button. 2 gets it deleted. Boom. I've placed the thingy that I'm going to attach my storage container to. So that way it's on an inside place. Now what I'm going to do here, let me through. Oh, we'll go with number 0. Now, just for fun, you're going to do that twice. You go up. Now, this you can color. So, I like black and gold. Let's do black and gold. Let's make it fancy. There we are. It is fancy. So, boom. First one placed. Rinse and repeat. It's just that simple. So let's do, let me get it here. The only problem, the only difficult thing is switching back and forth and back and forth. Well, let's see. Boom. Boom. Get rid of the wall. Give me a storage container. You can also, if I suppose, let me just see if it will fit. I guess it's kind of working for me. There we go. Simplicity's sake. Now, being that I've already colored for the frame, it should keep the color which it has. I've noticed with the boxes, for color glitching, it tends to happen most often when I'm fiddling with these guys. So if I'm trying to do something with color or transfer color or turn things gold, like my come on there. Duh. And walls. So those walls are gone. It's an early morning for me. 3. Gonna skip 5 because we don't have the thingy in there. 6 says I want to go right here. 7. And there you go. Just gonna do that last little one. It's just rough. I'm gonna delete this anyway. I just wanted to show you, give you a rough example. But the cool thing about this, by doing it this way, everything's aligned and looks super neat. So it makes you look even more professional than you are, even if you're a noob. Or 3. It works no matter what you're doing, regardless of your skill level, because this is just basic skill. And the funny thing is, even some of the big time builders, they don't use these kind of techniques simply because they're really good at glitching. But yeah, here's an idea. So now I've got a round room, everything's pretty much all lined up. Look at that. Doesn't it look pretty? There's a couple of tricks I can do as well if I want to build up top and stuff up. You have to find your central point. More, just a tad more. Tad, not a Chad. We don't trust Chads. A joke, I know. You know what? I'm gonna try my colors. I'm gonna change that up. I'm gonna make it look more, I don't know, regal. So go in here, color, color, color. Come on now, color. There we go. Now, I'm gonna put one more up. The whole trick, I don't glitch build. I'm going to call it a Jason. I trick it into going where you wouldn't necessarily think that, and this way it keeps my alignment. But everything's perfectly aligned. Everything is literally perfectly aligned. You can't really get much closer than that. You get round corners, you've got your main areas. Problem is I can't get in, but I mean fix that by putting a teleporter. I've got enough of them here. Teleporter tricks, put them side by side and enter sideways and have a straight line and you'll zip it across the map damn quick. Now, meh. Do I want to put a roof? I don't know. What do I want to do with it? Decisions. Well, I think I'm gonna... just a little too short. I think I'm gonna... Just do some random stuff here, just for an example. The one thing about being really that these random spaceships fly through my hill, and they fly through my hill and my controller. So when I'm trying to do fine tuning or fine placement, I have issues. So here we go. See how it shakes like that? It's a real pain when you're trying to do precision placement. But I'm gonna leave that up there. Say hi, Charlie. Say hi. My little buddy. Playing beside me here, just being cute. There'll be one in March if we can survive that long. Oh, there he is. He just said hello. Don't know if you heard him. There's my boy. Say hello to the world, little friend. Everyone gets to hear you meow. Hello, he says. I love you. Alright. Okay. What's up, sweetie? Hmm? What are you saying, little friend? Hmm? Really? You want water? You got water? You're good. Don't be a pig now. Alright. Just kind of doing a little thingy here, just some ideas. So you got yourself a little pillar. You can do the same on this side here. When it's off the ground, what I like to do is let my pillars sink. This way, if my pillars sink, they are under and I'm having... Okay, let's go to this. See what I can do. Here we go. Here we are. Bingo. Bingo. And flop. Come on, don't be difficult now. Now, as you can see, it's kind of naturally going on an edge like that, which I can... Let me see if I can look at that. And I can. And it's not going to let me go any further with that. That was just a fluke. Thanks. I'm not going to play with it. I don't like forcing it. I build practically. I try to build stuff that is usable. There we go. We've got a couple of pillars. She looks pretty. There you go. Now, let's take a look at the roof. Yes, it is an enclosed area. Oh, I got someone there. Hello, welcome to the stream. I am just doing a demonstration video. Just taking me a second here. Just trying to do something with the roof. Came a little late to the stream, you missed a bunch of fun stuff, so after I'm done, which will be very shortly, I recommend rewinding just from the beginning. There'll be some neat stuff to see. Basically what I'm doing here is showing proper alignment and popping in, giving some ideas to a friend. So, right now I'm just looking at adding a roof. I like to use the wood, and then with the wood just to change up the color and make it look a little more schmancy. Oh, that's need a roof. There we go. Where we go? Okay, now build camera. I like to do this and make it black. And come on now, don't be a pain. There. Nah, no. Well, no. I was hoping for better. I will. I know. I like to blend my stuff a little bit. So what I'm going to do here, I'm actually going to do a trick, just because it's a little easy. Like I said, not glitching. I'm going to put that there. Yeah, that's going to work a little bit. I'm going to forget it afterwards and delete that and put a glass piece in. That way it thinks it's doing one thing, but it's actually doing something else. There we go. That's looking a little better. Just something on the fly. Oh, rock and roll. Rock and roll. Just still singing for us there, Harley? What you saying, buddy? Hmm? It's a good boy. Alright. Here, basically that's all it is. Can be deleted. Boom, boom, boom. See the thing? Oh, it's not necessarily it's not glitch building. You're tricking it to do one thing and then deleting it and then putting something else in. See, it just wants to go there. That's simple. There we are. Found the piece we're looking for. Keeping them all black. The roof. So. Go. Now we have a little gazebo. One thing, I'm not happy with glass floors. But, really? You think that would work? Alright. He says I should add some stairs and make a basement. So I'll add some stairs and make a basement. I don't want wood. Exactly. Alright, buddy boy. Comes upstairs. Yes. Good idea, Harley. I think I'm glad you suggested it. Oh, come on now. You've got to be difficult. Yeah. That is number 3. And when she don't fit, delete. You can rebuild it. It'll come back. I'm going to... Of course they're going to be difficult. That was 3, that was 7. Just be mindful of what you're doing. That way you don't do the wrong thing. Why are you... Oh. Duh. Alright. Kind of controller goes on me. Damn. Nothing worse than getting punked by a punk. Alright. That would be a good idea. I'm glad you thought of it. Thank you for letting me know. If I had treats, you would have some. It's good to have a sometime. Good suggestion. Here we go. And we're just going to do the same kind of thing that I did before. I'm going to put that in because we want our placement, our alignment. And I may actually keep this. Was going to delete it, but three was on the outside, 7 was on the inside. Right? Right. Yeah. So let's do that. I would recommend from the get-go, make sure you keep your numbers in order. That way when you sort your storage and you put stuff in which I'll show you in a second, everything stays nice, neat, ordered, ready to go, easy to find. You know where what is what and when is when. However we got. Okay, dude, you need to be to China now. Oh, you're lying. I swear to God. That's not possible. Alright. So we're going to do the same thing here. I'm going to show you a quick trick once I'm done because I'm pretty much at the end of my tutorial. Not quite the end, but just some other ideas here. Video is not skipping too bad like it normally does, so we'll see, but there we are. Boom, in place. It actually looks pretty neat. Kind of like how it turned out. Just for screwing around. So there you go. You got all your thingies. Now, obviously we need power, so let's get some power going on in here. Try to keep it simple. Okay, buddy, you don't need to start singing on me now. You got your food, you got your water. Now, just, you know, kind of chill. I give you rubs, but I need a hand. Your hand be great. All the things you could do. I could stream it. Go. There we go. There we go. We got it. 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 Ooh, we're good. Alright, so let's go down. One last little bit. Now I'm going to put it right about. Ooh, so I'm gonna that one out. Okay. So we're gonna go here. Bing. We're like to do is take a look at how I can blend in with the ground. So sometimes you can make the territory work for you just right, just by slightly going under the ground and lining it up. But today we ain't gonna do that. I show you some wiring tricks too. There's some neat things I can do that keeps everything perfectly aligned. As you So I'm going to do this junction point right here. Boom. Now I got power. Now these work. So there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm missing 2. I've got 0. That will be 8, 9. I don't have. So I can't show you 8, 9, but I can show you... Well, damn. Well, as you can see, he was doing it right, but 3 and 7 got swapped. Well, if you're going to do something, do it right. Again, for the person that I noticed popping in, if you are chatting, again, I can't see text. I do not see if you are chatting. You can chat, interact with the guests, but the guests here, you're pretty much talking to yourself. And all right, so I'm going to go here and again do the same kind of trick. We want boom, side, boom. Delete the wall. Grab the right container this time. No, 7. Make sure my color is good. Yes, and when placement, making sure that the color, not the texture, is selected when you place, because if you select with the texture, you may get different results, which can start down to color glitching. And this is how I normally start color glitching when I select texture for my first placement. It's got to be on your first placement from what I've seen. Results have to be reproduced. I'm the only one that I've ever specifically seen it. I have done it before on other items, specifically on other bases, which I will show you later in the future. But that's where you start. So play around with it. If you can make it work better, if you have some other technique, if you have something, do it. I have done so. I'm doing it. So yeah. So now we got to do the same thing. And then I'll show you what I'm talking about for storage, because storage is key. And if you know where your stuff is, organization is everything. If you're not organized in your storage, in your game, it makes it really hard. I've seen so many people that are losing space because they have a little bit of ferret dice here, a little bit of ferret dice there, a little bit of ferret dice there. Put them together, even though you now just opened up 2 more areas. And if you keep them all nice and clean, this is my I've got my fuel and my ship up atop. Get a little bit extra of this over here. Try to keep it stacked and nice and neat. I know where everything is. Simple, simple. Back here, got my glitches, got my other little things. I keep stuff that are big stacks in my inventory here, so I know where they are. If I need them, quick grab, easy to go. This starship, I'm doing something a little different with this. You should see my other ones. I've got a full stack. This is just for these items specifically. It's my overflow. I wanted to make sure I have a little bit of space. Everyone knows what's going on with multi-tools. Multi-tools are fun. My exocraft, I got, these are all little items that I found that I needed extra space to stick somewhere. Go in my my exocraft, and then I've got my freighter, which I found by accident, and it's big. It's a big banana of doom. Keep what I need in here. Keep it simple. My overflow. But the main thing is these. These are where they're at now, because before you couldn't store much, but now they're game changers. Like, well, they can be if you know how to use what you have correctly. So boom, boom, boom. Then just do a little slight reattachment. Green, green. Green. Green to green. And green to green. Now, as opposed to shortening it, I'm actually going to connect this to my switchboard, because I don't want there to be a draw on my album. Screw it. I'm not going to do my switchboard. I'm going to do right here. Yeah, actually I'm going to do something different. I just want to turn it on later. I always tinker and fiddle. But getting the right angles and doing them right is all alignment, and your best friend when trying to do wiring and trying to do anything along that lines to get things lined up and get the kind of right angles I'm using and get them in the right placement. I'll show you my best friend. Everything is done with one of these. You've got 3 little lines on this. Get this kind of thing and doing kind of media layout. You always want to measure stuff because you don't always have a ruler on hand. You get the general shape of the item that you're using, that you're trying to lay out, but you don't necessarily have your ruler on hand to get the finer points of detail. So you need a reference point. These have, as you can see, one at the bottom, one just slightly up, then a third, then a fourth, then a fifth, and a sixth. And those little parts are all perfect for wiring, and a wire connects to it. So for instance, if I want to keep it under basic lineup, see how that lines up with everything else? Put those lines in place. Just simple. And then if I come over here, I can line things up just right. And just as an example, see, if I line that up just right, you can see how those lines line up. And it's your measurement. And then you click it into place, attach your wires, and then delete it. Delete the light. You don't need to keep it there. It's just there for measurement purposes. But that's my wiring tool, is the light. And my lights and my lineup comes out sweet. So here, let's go in here, now that we're done this, and it's all lit up, or well, it's all done up. Delete that last little bit, and get myself back in the third person. I was checking out my flames. I got the green one, so I put myself off. I normally keep myself in here. Okay, so let's take a look. one last thing here before we end the tutorial, because I guess we'll do a little bit of everything in here. So 0. That's what I'm doing. Everything's full, and I got everything sorted. There's 5 core colors. You've your yellow, orange, depending. Your green, your blue, and your gray or black. And then organization for this one. There you go. This one's a little different because you're dealing with the items that you need for planting. So this is my planter when I want to plant or need a little extra fuel, right here, or need some Fecium and Mordite for making pies and stuff. Nothing better than pie. Then I've got a little bit of my overflow, a little extra stuff still fiddling around with. That way I get my bits, or nanites I should say. There we are. Here's all my good stuff. This is where all my items when I need to get stuff. And the first thing you can do for yourself, if you want to be a good player, if you want to learn anything, get yourself a surplus. That's what I did. The first thing I did was build my surplus. I didn't build anything else. I built my surplus. I made sure these things were full. I went out and I got this stuff and I filled it up and I made sure that it was ready to go. Oh, it's my bank. If I need extra money, I just come here. I wish I could do that in real life. Then I got my bits and pieces. There you go. More of them. 6. And then 6, 7, 8, 9, they're all S-class modules. So I got a S-class modules. Sorry guys, trying to keep it PG. There we go. See? We make a round circle? Yeah, we made a round circle. It's just simple. And there we go. We got a nice little area, and there we are. Didn't have to worry about door in, because we came in through the undercarriage. Pretty slick, eh? There you go. Some holes. There's a few little things that, you know, you could take a look at that maybe I want to fill in. Maybe I want to make it more symmetrical. Maybe I want to add something to it to, I don't know, enhance it a little bit more. And you can, if you want. That is an option. Let's take a look just before I finish up. Here we go. We want one of these. And make sure that it's got the right color. Now, will it work with me? No, it will not. Well, it was a suggestion. I thought it might work, but it didn't. So, no big deal. It's not the end of the world. But you can make this look pretty while you're at it. So, let's do that. Can't go one way, go the other. Because you never know what you're going to get. And you can make a novice look like a pro in a simple heartbeat. There we are. Oops. Valid position. Oh, oh, oh. 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 And there we go. Simple, simple. See how easy that was? Now I have a storage area that I can fully move around in, get all my storage bits, easily come and go, have little pillars to hold them up, and should be like that more often. Turned out pretty neat. But thank you for joining me. Hopefully that was informative, and hopefully that was simple little tricks to make simple little builds look so much better. Doesn't take much. It really doesn't. Just keep in mind, like I said, with the stuff here, blend, pick pieces to blend that actually go into the ground, that you want to make sure are covered. That way you keep the stuff that you don't want covered above the ground and make it look a little bit better than it already does. Also be mindful about wiring. Wiring does take up complexity. So when you're looking at stuff like this, use lights that don't need wiring. Use lights that, you know, don't take up that much complexity, that you don't have to worry about. Because otherwise wiring can really make it messy. So in the meantime, I'm just going to head on over here, and just go back down to my ship, and do a flyover. Again, by the side. Remember, by the side. Watch this. I think I'm at the right side. And I'm not. Oops. We'll try that again. So I'm going this way. And it'll be like I don't even hit the waypoint. Boom. See? Just that simple. Neat little tricks. And none of it is using glitching. More, no, glitch-free building pretty much for the most part. Oh, one thing you should always do, and I did not. One thing you should always do is save often if you want to keep your work. If I were to turn my system off right now, everything I've showed you today would only exist on this video. I think I want to keep this. So, zoom. And I'm right back up. And you want to save often. The other thing you want to do is upload the server. So, I will upload. New shot. That's just a garbage shot. The focus is on the album. Upload base. I'm going to do a save point. And I'm going to go down and grab my spaceship. And fly like a little birdie. Oh, here's another thing I can show you while we're at it, just before we leave, because I've been showing you inventory and breakup of what I do. Again, don't forget you can always pause. Do take a look if you think I'm going a little too quick. Go, actually. So I'm fully saved. Everything, all my work that I've done today, with every step I've just taken in the order that I've just taken it, means that my stuff will show up. I should not have any terrain glitches. Everything is saved, and it's now part of the universe. Maybe this was an outhouse. Never go exploring in an outhouse. You never know what you can find. You might not be this lucky. But this whole system down here is an expansive cave system that I stumbled on. I like blending terrain. And out my outhouse. And I'm going to go for a zip. And while I'm at it, I'm pretty much done with the tutorial part of it, so I might just go for a little fly. I'm going to go fly by a friend's base that I helped him build. Some other little techniques as well. Again, none using glitching, it's just basic techniques. I am a little annoyed with what he did to his base because he kind of screwed up some of the work. Honestly, it doesn't look as cool as it did when it started. But it still looks pretty damn cool. Take a look. Now, again, I did show you the address at the beginning for where this is, so if you want to stop by and take a peek, I am on PlayStation 4 on normal mode. Take a peek, because right over here, take a look at all those white balls. Those are all resources. So close. You can dance the night away and pick up your groceries while you're at it. So where are you? That's not you. That's not you. I think you're over there. There you are. Boom. This one. Use it. Blend yourself. Kidding me? You're not gonna load in? There you go. There you go. Fortunate because have the piece he needed unlocked. He didn't know to unlock it. I don't know exactly what, but he chose to. Okay, I just saw you there. Where did you go? Loading in. It's loading. Well, that's just great. Yep. Damn. Did I land? Go on. Terrain is active finicky. Take a second. Admire the scenery. Those are pretty clouds. The water is so crystal blue. And boy, are those nice mountains. So, let's hop it. As you can see, I was fiddling around with the same kind of technique over here when I was building him a vault. I would have liked to have fixed it up a little bit more, but in here I built. Going up to there, up to this. Everything over from here I built, and the walkway over there I built as well. This is basically one of the main sections. Again, just convincing pieces to go where they go and working with what you've got. So you've got a bit of a raised edge on your stairs. I've got my wiring done. This is kind of nifty because I've got switches and whatnot. Opens it up, lets me in. All of these doors are on a switch, but some kind of glitch happened that filled in the doors so I can't walk through. Now I did put everything on a master switch, so I can go in and go over when I want to open the door. I pull the switch, door opens. However, I also installed a master switch because keys work. So if I want to get all the doors to open, and you can walk inside the wall and go get your stuff. Again, this needs work. He's not here. I built it quick, and he left before I was able to complete. What's in here? 7, 4, 5. That was 9. And just hit my thing here, master again, and boom. Everything goes. I've got a double switch on, so there's motion sensor on the side. Much better. Plus I'm using a door. Looks like high security. I also built a vault at my jail cell. A lot of this is based off my jail cell that I built, which I did the video. So this comes down, and it gets you down to the power section. Again, left before I could finish, so it's little stars. It looks kind of cool, the whole idea, but was admiring the view, getting an area where you can sit down and just kind of chill. Give that effect where you're looking right straight down, and as you can see, that's the area we're going to go to. That powers the entire base. Now, all my base power is on a master switch. I pull this, the base has no power. Nothing is powered. If you ever need wiring help and electrical help, just let me know. I can guide you through some stuff. Pretty simple. Go down here, and it takes me down to my power section. Unfortunately, I get hit by fill-in, so it's filled in. If anyone wants a photo of what it looked like originally, which was beautiful, let me know. I can't dig it out to show you because it's not my base, but it looked cool when it was built. Flatten is your friend. The utility on your tool, where is it here now? Boom, boom, boom. Terrain manipulator, go into flatten. It is your best friend. Building with flatten is the best thing you can do. If you're trying to get into an area, you want a uniform area, you want to build a cavern, you want to build something, you know it's going to get filled in anyway. Flatten will be your tool because you know you're going to get it exactly as you want it every time when you turn around and want to clear it out. Flatten will be your best friend. If you use mine, it's going to be sloppy. It's going to be all over the place. You're going to be uneven. The whole trick is to keep it even and make your lines look smooth and sharp. And the cleaner your lines are, the more professional you look. But he came in and added all this stuff, which was kind of dumb, but I don't know. It's his base. Let him do what he wants to do. All he had to do was build more of those, or make this a little bit bigger. But it's his base. So what I'm going to do is show you a trick. One last trick before we finish up, because otherwise I'll go forever. We're all out of duct tape. So let's just mosey on over here to my nice little spacecraft. It's so neat. I was able to, as you can see, look, Ma, I match my starship. Kinda. Oh, this here. See those lines? That's a glitch. I don't know what causes that. I think it's from 2 when you hit a certain level of placement, but they're power lines. They're these phantom power lines that come in and take over your base. He built the greenhouse. I built the walkway over there. I built the walkway over there, and I built the other these 2 little rooms in the power section down below. And that's that. What is it going to show you? Well, that's awesome. I had something to show you, and now I don't remember. Oh, well, I will show you one last thing. And for this, I will need here. Thing needs a tape deck or an 8-track player. Could you imagine? So, like, slow down. I don't want to crash. Banana. I don't want to die. Where ship is really it's big. 160 close to my like 1600 hours on my first one that doesn't work no more. Is get a bunch of A-class haulers. I found a really awesome place where I get A-class and S-class like without even trying. So I'll give you an idea of what I'm doing with the inventory a bit. Initially what I would do is have an exotic fighter and have the rest of haulers. And if you get the same hauler, that's great. Make so you know what you get, keep your stats about the same. And plus, with a fleet, you look more like a corporation. Well, you know what I mean? You need some similar your things. All my buses look the same. The first thing I found was this butte right here. Only squid ship I ever naturally came across that I found by accident. This is my only S-class fighter that I've ever found by accident, and she's a butte. So let's take a look at inventory over here. So this is this inventory. This one is stocked. So when you need supplies, inventory. This one is my main ship. The exact same set layout, only I'm a couple in there because this is the main one that I use. I don't use my fighter. The other ship that you saw, the other S-class you saw, so let's take a look at the haulers. Again, I encourage you to pause the video and take a look at the stats, because stats say everything. They're pretty close. This one is an A-class, so not as much in the hold, but it's still what I need. And then I've got this right here, and this right here is all good to go. This is my overflow. As you can see, all my activated is down here. Again, keeping a surplus. Every week, every single week, what do we have? We have Quicksilver missions. And if you have a surplus, and if you have what you need, it takes you 2 seconds to get 1200. It takes me no time whatsoever to get. I don't have to. I don't have to. Boom. Done. Everything there. I want 2 items here. I have this. However, but when you have some free time, find an area, get a resource, get a bunch of stuff in, Bob's your uncle. But my best recommendation to anyone, there's nothing worse than great people clogging up stuff that don't need to be clogged up. But I'm more than ready to go. Everything's all set. Again, look at freighter. Everything I need for my freighter. Everything's right here. Gotta use all your inventory slots. Keep some. You need some. Keep a couple in your ship. Keep a couple in your backpack. Keep a couple ready to go. I have here.
Your mic cuts out a lot.
I can catch again. Here's box. Thank you for sticking around and seeing. Here's some here that I showed you that was education. I will actually return. around, keep an eye on my channel. Back, I'll reload my save, and I will give you a little tour of two of my bases, one of which is lit. Last thing for sure. What I got for my ships. I try to go for this with all numbers. You want 4 numbers as opposed to 3, 2. Those ships aren't that good. There we are. Okay. Thanks again for your time. Hope you teach something. I'll leave a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And thanks again. Have a good day, guys. Wow, you came so late. I'm going to restart my stream. I'm switching to my other save. I'll come back. Apparently I have interest. I won't be long. Stick around, guys. I'll see you soon. Hello. You came late. I'm going to restart my broadcast. I'm going to reload my save and come back.